Hello, welcome to Oracle DBA 02pro.com. This is Hassan Mir. In this tutorial I'm going to talk about data segment. So we have four segment types. We're going to discuss the first type in this tutorial, that is data segment. Okay. So first of all, what's a table? A table is a database object that stores data. Okay, here's an example of a table. Table has columns, okay, and table has rows, and we have values at each cell in the table. Okay, so this is just a visual representation of a table because it's a virtual object. It's not a physical object at the back end. When you create a table, it goes in one of the data files, as we already know. Okay, so every table that resides that you create in a database resides in a single segment, consists of one or more extents. Okay, so however, optionally you can create partition tables or clustered. If you create a partition table, the table will go in more than one segment. Okay, what's the advantage of creating a partition table? The advantage is that you can place one segment in one file, data file, and another segment in a separate file, and both of these files will reside in a different disk. Okay, so that way both of the disk can be read in parallel, and you can do a full table scan in half the time as you would do a full table scan if the table would be residing in one disk. Okay, because there's a certain input-output that can happen on a hard disk, but if the same table is sitting on two disks, you can read table twice as fast. Okay, so that's what partitioning is. Okay, there's a data type in Oracle called LOBs. LOB stands for large object. Okay, the data segment also include LOB segments. What is LOB segment? Okay, so you can choose to store LOB values in their own segment. For example, you created this table. This whole table is residing in this segment, as you see at the top, and all the data in this table is of course sitting in this segment as well. This segment basically belongs to this table, because we already know when you create a table, a segment is created, and the whole data basically goes in that segment unless you partition the table. But if you have a LOB column in a table, you can choose to store LOB value in a separate segment. They are very large values. For example, the whole Word document can be a LOB, the whole Excel sheet can be an LOB. They could go in like gigabytes, right? So you can optionally choose to store them in a separate segment. Okay, so LOB stand for large objects. LOB segments store LOB data referenced by LOB locator column in a table segment. If LOB is not stored inline in the table, you can optionally choose to store LOB in a separate segment, as well as you can choose not to have a separate segment for LOB. In that case, what will happen is LOB value will also go in the same segment or same original segment that belongs to the table. Okay, so in this case you didn't choose to store LOB in their own segment. So LOB segment also belongs to this type of segment called a data segment. Okay, so that's pretty much it about the data segment. I'll see you in the next tutorial.